Hey guys, it's me Ian. So today's episode is gonna be a little weird. Um, there's been some technical difficulties. It seems that my camera, my very awesome camera, decided it wanted to lose the footage for this episode's reaction. The other next two are fine, like episode 5 through 6 and 6 are they're there. But yeah, the entire reaction, pre-discussion and post-discussion, I mean, it's all gone. It's not there. Like maybe the last 7 minutes of the discussion is there, I think. So you can imagine my frustration with that. Luckily, I recorded the audio separately from actual video footage. So yeah, that'll be there. So here's what I'm gonna be doing for this episode. After this, it's gonna cut to past us discussing. It'll just be the audio discussing, recapping the previous episode that happened. That was last week. Then after the recap, it'll cut back to me now. When I'm gonna be re-reacting, essentially, more so of a I'm letting you guys know this isn't like me trying to fake a reaction. Like it'll just be me, mainly be a commentary. I mean, obviously my face. I mean, when I'm rewatching things, I still make a face. So, I'll still have a reaction to it. It won't be the initial, whoa, I didn't think that was gonna happen kind of reaction. Like, holy crap, I can't believe this is happening, kind of thing. So that'll be different. However, for those of you that would be interested in the initial reaction from both of us, it will just be audio. But for those who are interested in the initial actual reaction to this episode, that'll be going up on the website. It will just be it'll probably just be the footage, the show footage, with it would just be our audio reaction. So yeah, it kind of sucks. Actually, it sucks a lot because there's a lot of funny stuff that happened this episode, some sad things, but. You can hear it, and there'll be moments of like silence, which happens a lot during a reaction anyway. But sadness probably when there's a sad moment, probably chances are they'll be quiet. Maybe Austin will make a comment because he's Austin. But apart from that, I'm gonna try to, I'll keep mainly the parts where we're talking because that's the actual reaction part is happening. But there'll be parts of just the show probably will be happening anyway. I apologize, guys. I was thinking of just scrapping this episode, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to if something like this ever happens again. Let me know if you were interested in this kind of a fix, if you will, and I'll do things like this again if something like that ever were to happen. Usually we do. There are moments where footage will be missing, but it won't be it hasn't usually been as big as this, where it's essentially the whole thing. Oh, it's frustrating. But anyway, again, guys, yeah, that's what's gonna be going on. So, and then after the show, it'll cut back to our discussion. It won't be me discussing afterwards, because I'm essentially kind of be discussing it during the episode. Yeah. Again, guys, sorry, but. Hope you enjoy both this reaction and the actual reaction of both of us. If you choose to do that, again, that'll be on our website. Anyway, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian.
I'm Cool Cletus.
There's a difference between okay. And we're back with more Young Justice. So last episode.
I'm no longer Cool Cletus.
You're now just.
It was a lie.
Cletus.
Just a fat boy without a hat.
Last episode we led off with
You okay?
You want me to start it?
No. They overthrew a government.
No.
Well, really, all right, so really go ahead, take it away.
So what happened is, you remember? Okay, first off, there was the mix-up we had. That's fixed in post, but not fixed. But Brion and Gregor, or was it Gregor?
It was only Gregor.
Was it Gregor? I can't remember the other brother now. I think it was Gregor.
I can only remember one.
But yeah, so we had those two. Brion got his abilities, and he was trying to be the king or the uncle was trying to
just like,
frame them. He's like,
dude.
he's with them, and then he's like, I had to make myself one of them to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then the brother was actually smart.
Just like, boy, if you don't, and then he kicked.
Well,
him
what
out.
he said was like, you seem to be awfully, adequate with your powers.
Yeah.
I feel like you had this for a little bit of a time now. So that plan backfired quite a bit, but unfortunately he had to kick out his brother because his advisor or whatever was like, for the kingdom or for the I don't know the kingdom but whatever they call it, it's not gonna go well for us. It's gonna make us weaker in the media or something. I don't know exactly what we said, but essentially he talked his brother he talked Gregor.
That was Gregor.
Yeah, Gregor. He talked Gregor into kicking his brother out as much as he didn't want to, which was, I really liked. I still like Gregor. It's just like he wasn't so much doing it because he wanted to. He wasn't. Yeah, it was some more like he had to do it for the people.
For the people.
Yeah, but last Brion. Oh, there's the girl that we thought died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other kid that did die. There was that.
Jeez, yeah.
Farmer with a shotgun at it again.
I hated that, but at the same time, it was like, this is an old person that ended up doing it just because, he thought it was a monster, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So, as much as I hated it, it made sense. But, oh, man. For a second, I thought that maybe we were getting like a Plasmus on this version of
I know, I was excited.
I thought we were going to get Plasmus for the team, but then this kid gets killed. He had to be, at the very youngest, he was 14. Because his sister was 14 when she was killed. And I pointed this out that we talked about saying that it wasn't Black Lightning's fault, and it kind of was. He did cause her heart to.
But it's
not. He intended to do it.
Yeah.
He thought it was something else. He didn't think it was a 14-year-old girl whose heart wouldn't be able to handle it. So it's not like he intended to kill the girl, even though it still doesn't really make things any better. He's still gonna be dealing with that for a long time.
All right.
There's something that I found out. I don't remember why. But I was looking up who the name of the characters were, and I saw who's in the show. Actually, one of our boys, Troy Baker. Jesus. But yeah, Troy Baker's actually in the show.
I like it.
He played a Brion, and he played the pompous doctor guy. So it's kind of like talking back and forth with himself.
I like it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like it's very different. Like the voices. Like I only heard Troy in Brion like after I found out the fact. Like I could not hear him at first. It was so weird.
Yeah.
I think it's the Russian accent. And then there was the Dr. Isaac.
Dr. Sick. Yeah.
Like something sick.
That's not the
X.
best.
Close enough.
Not the best name for a
Simon
doctor.
X.
Who are you? I'm Dr. Sick, and I will make you well.
The
sickness.
The letters were there. It was just, scrambled, and the E was more of an I. An I, so close.
The same alphabet.
But no, yeah, back to that girl. She has. Thus far, we've seen, I think, 3 abilities.
Yeah, I think she's immortal.
She can fly. She has a shield ability, and she can come back alive. I don't know if she was like dead or just like almost dead, like on the brink of death, and then she brought herself back.
She
looks
pretty dead.
She could have just been like really close. She could have been mostly dead.
True.
Because
she probably just slept.
Because the thing is, she was trying to bring back the kid, the brother of the other girl, but she said that she couldn't bring him back, and there was no life. I forgot exactly what she said, but so maybe she can just bring them back if they still have some life left in them. Maybe that's why she can do what she do. Maybe there's a limit to what she can come back from. Like if she was shot in the head, she may not actually be able to come back from that.
Well, she did get half her head burned off.
Yeah, but it didn't go through her head. Maybe.
It was
I'm going to assume it didn't.
Skull there. But...
there was still skin on the skull. It didn't burn through the skull.
We're just gonna say she's omnipotent at this point. And go from there.
Dad says, my pops. He said that her name is Halo. Actually, So, not sure if that's the character. Like, that's who he says it is,
From
but
the games?
we're gonna start the episode. Didn't notice the gut he had before.
First coffee, then talk.
Man.
This was his mission.
I know.
So, where is he? Where's Dick?
Yeah. I hated it, but I understand why he was shirking their responsibilities and didn't want to deal with that in the first place. They obviously go into it in this episode later anyway.
And now I'm taking her to brunch because I actually don't know what else to do with her.
Dick, where are you?
I wonder if they're gonna be a thing. I thought like for a second that it was gonna be her and Brion, but now it kind of seems like they may be hinting at Jeff. I don't know. I could be looking way too into that, but
look, the League's been informed. I'm not happy about all this, but I need to move on.
Yeah, you've moved on so much. You completely neglected to mention Brion Markov, Dr. Jace, and that Halo girl.
This is a higher priority. Look, Roy and Jim are on board, but I thought we'd make it an all Harper mission.
All Harper and one Grayson.
Are you in or not? I know you're doing that on purpose.
I guess I could make the time.
Great. So here's the plan. We're gonna.
But
Jesus, Jim is
only
huge
if
though.
you guys help
Christ.
me out with something first.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is great. We mentioned this earlier, or before, but this should be a spin-off. Well, Austin said that this should be the show.
Everyone. Come on, Grayson. Let's not pretend you were planning to hit your traffickers before nightfall.
Well,
That is the Dark Knight way, right? Yeah. I hear all those bat boys turn into pumpkins in daylight.
Whose idea was it to put all three of you together on one mission?
Yours.
I don't know how people can find that to be fun, but whatever.
Whoa!
This was rough.
Where is she?
Give it a
I'm
sec.
sure she'll be here any second. But since we're waiting, this is Halo. She's
Now this
lost her
has
memory.
got both
I
of
thought
us
maybe you
stumped
could
as to what's
Give her a mystic one
going
for
on
her
with
or
this
something?
girl. I guess Violet, we're calling her now. Like, old soul. What?
I sense an old soul in this very young body. But who is fate to judge such things?
Wait, what?
Hi.
Zatanna. Oh, I was just...
Child of magic, do you understand the terms of our agreement?
Yes. 1 hour. Just like last year, and the year before that, and the year before that.
Be grateful Nabu grants you this boon at all.
Nabu, you can't give her a little more time than an hour out of a year?
Zatanna.
That's so frustrating. Great Nabu, you can't... Whatever.
Seriously, why are we even here? No one's taking this stuff in broad daylight.
We're taking this stuff in broad daylight.
We all make mistakes we can't take back. But you can make a new start here in Metropolis. This is the city of tomorrow.
I'm more concerned about Brion and Halo's tomorrows. I feel responsible for them, as if they were my own children. I don't know if that makes any sense, but...
Hey, I'm a dad with my own 2 bundles of responsibility.
then you do understand.
See?
You're good to go.
Does it just be looking into it? Too much into it? I mean, I don't know.
He's one of Brick's thugs. To the SUV!
And if the clipboard never lies, though, I mean... You need to trust that clipboard is freaking... I don't even know,
No
man.
one's taking this stuff in broad daylight, huh?
Indestructible.
Okay, stand corrected.
Can I at least shoot at that guy? Yes, you can shoot at that guy.
No cargo on that car. I'm worried about Wolf, man.
Does that
He's
beast
just getting
do
old.
anything besides sleep?
That beast is called Wolf.
I mean, he's
No,
genetically
I think
enhanced.
that's
I would
pretty
think
much
that
it.
maybe, I don't know.
Tell me
I
again
guess I
what
didn't think
we're doing
about
out here.
them
I'm doing my job. You are trying to unwind.
inputting that into the show.
Fine. I
I want him
have
to
no need
get old.
unwind.
Stupid.
But what about the prince? What about him?
His brother just kicked him out of the country.
That's really cool, though. That is a really cool power.
Plus, he's kind of a rage monster.
So right up your alley.
God dang it, Dick. Why are you being this way?
Can't you
I mean, I know
pay
why, but it's just
someone
it's
to
frustrating to
fix
watch.
someone?
You always wanted a convertible.
Okay, I'm out.
He's calmed down a little bit, though, at least. Original Roy. Well, I guess I can call him Roy now. They all have different names. Ah, back to sadness.
So, private security seems pretty sweet.
Yeah, decent money, benefits, and I get home in time for dinner with Leon.
Again. Where's Cheshire? She no longer in the picture?
I own the company.
Or is she just away for now?
Man, my insurance premium.
No, please, Daddy. It isn't fair. It's not enough time.
I know. But if we do not hold to the letter of the agreement, Naboo will never give us another opportunity. I love you, Zatanna. And I'll see you next year.
Shh. It'll be okay.
Will it?
We are here for this part.
Two down, one to go. Kinda like old times, huh, Walt?
It's Will, not Wall.
That's what I said.
Is it just the red hair?
What are you talking about?
Your need for a Wally West substitute.
What? That's ridiculous.
Is it? You needed someone to give you a reality check, to keep you honest, to tell you what no one else will tell the boss.
You're babbling.
You know, thinking about it, I don't know if that should have really affected him that much, seeing as they're in broad daylight right now. So his eyes wouldn't be as accustomed to the, or affected by the light. But it was up close in his eyes, so maybe.
The mission is what the mission becomes. You know that. Those kids need you. Your team needs you.
It was just one up. I don't do teams anymore.
You do now.
Hey, cut it out! Put me down!
The guy makes a reasonable request.
Plus, he's really heavy.
Oh man, this ain't right.
What? Still has to hurt. I know you ain't gonna be dead, but dang, that hurts.
Right at all. Seriously, who are you guys?
Bowhunter Security.
Always on point.
You were right.
Of course I am. I'm older and wiser.
You're a clone. You're the youngest guy here.
Hey, I'm older than Jim, but I'm prettier.
I'll step up. I'm gonna make it right with Halo, Brion, and Jace.
Never doubted it for a moment. All goggles present and accounted for, boss. I believe there's one more thing on our to-do list.
Yeah, still great. I wish I could have seen them actually work, but
Are we free?
oh, the Nightwing
Better
suit.
in our Bowhunter
I haven't
security
seen him in this
uniforms.
No.
Well,
you do not.
since last time, but God, I miss seeing him in the outfit. I miss the Nightwing suit. I haven't seen it in a while, apart from the flashback.
Security suit.
Okay, you know, kind of, but
Yeah.
just because it was funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoy. He got kind of good with the beard, in the costume, like in the actual Red Arrow suit. Because I remember the first time he was back, he was, disheveled. I don't know if you remember season 2. Like when they first shot him, he lost a lot of weight and looked like crap. So yeah, I missed seeing him in the suit because I hadn't seen him in the suit in a while either. And Guardian had given up the suit, the mantle of Guardian too. So I guess just wait. Speaking of, I just realized, where's Mal? Do you remember Mal?
No.
Do you remember Bumblebee?
Nope.
Okay.
The car.
Okay. Jesus, this is a fun episode,
I loved it.
especially with the bow hunter stuff.
Oh yeah.
But it was really hard to like get into parts whenever they kept going back to like.
I know.
Really depressing.
I know. It's just like, in other news, he's like, all right, still having a great time.
All right, I'm like, hey, this is really fun. This is hilarious. And then it's like, hey, your dad's gone. Your dad's going back. All right.
Yay, see you next year.
But I mean, it was kind of cool seeing Zatara back because I hadn't seen Zatara since season 1, since Fate took over, which I really hate every time I see that episode.
He looks.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I like Fate, but I'd like him less in this version just because of what he did. Because he's in. You saw the Justice League series, right? The animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there.
I don't remember how, or I don't remember what happened in this show though.
In Young Justice?
Yes, because didn't Zatanna have the helmet first?
There was
then the father.
It was the episode where Clarion, the Witch Boy, your favorite character ever. Tito. No, him and a bunch of adult wizard warlock people. They combine their magic with some crystal thing to separate the dimensions and such, to make adults on one and kids on the other. She uses the helmet, and
they should have gotten help with the kids next door. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, no, because it would just be
crossover.
because in the kids next door, don't they just go against adults? I mean, they go against what are those other kids? Those rich kids?
I think so.
What are they called? But I think aren't those the only kids they actually face? Everybody else they face are adults.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's not the same. Because here it was kids versus kids. Well, Clarion's kind of a kid.
Can you imagine?
He's a demon, really, but what?
A wormhole opens up, kids next door step out.
That'd be really weird. But yeah, so they separated, and whenever they brought the world back together, Zatara talks to Naboo and talks him into, since she's saying she's young, she's not experienced, I'm more powerful, my body's aged enough to withstand you and all that stuff. So talks him into, gives him his word with magic that he won't just put the helmet aside, he'll actually put him on. So Zatara becomes Dr. Fate. So it was always a really depressing scene because it happens in it's it's the latter end of the season, but it's like episode 19 of season 1, and there's 26 episodes in the season as a whole. So it's just like, all right. After that, it's just Dr. Fate. Even in season 2, we don't see him as much, but he is. They show glimpses of him in season 2.
Isn't Dr. Fate really fucking strong?
Yeah, he's. Doctor Strange is like the Sorcerer Supreme in Marvel. That's essentially what he is. He's basically their sorcerer. Well, because Naboo is basically a deity. So he's the Lord of Order, but he needs a vessel to be on Earth. So that's what Zatara or any other magic builder would be. Because remember beforehand we've had Wally and Calder be Dr. Fate for a little bit too in an episode.
And he's only cool with not being on a person for 10 minutes or something.
Well, he's cool. He's not cool with it at all.
Yeah.
But whenever the first Dr. Fate had him, he stopped being Dr. Fate for years. I don't know how long it had been since Kent Nelson had been Dr. Fate, but he'd grown old and such. So Naboo wasn't happy. So yeah, he since then is really reluctant to let go of anybody who becomes his vessel, essentially.
So if someone puts on the helmet, they can't take it off
unless he allows
it to.
Yeah, because he almost didn't let go of Zatara, and that's when Zatanna had to talk him into letting him take it instead. So it really sucks because before there was a big deal with that. They had a season finale of the first season. Whenever she do you remember whenever Vandal Savage took control of the Justice League for a little bit at the very end of the season?
Yes.
Yeah, and then they get to Dr. Fate. He's unconscious. She tries to remove the helmet, and it just doesn't happen. Even with using magic, her magic backfires and hits her. Not really dealing a lot of damage, but it's, just like, you're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it was doing. So it kind of sucks because, I mean, the first gap from season 1 to season 2 is 5 years, and then another 2 years. It's been essentially 7 years without her dad, and Zatara hasn't been free of fate. Well, apparently they get an hour a year. I don't know when that started. I'm going to assume at the very least we've had the last couple of years because he said the year before and the year before that. Or Zatara said that. Zatanna. One of them said it. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how long that's been a thing, but it really frustrated me because whenever she's like, I know I get an hour, but just, it's been that way for years. And he's like, what he said, be grateful Naboo allows that much. And it was Naboo that said that. He likes to speak in third person sometimes. But yeah, so Naboo was the one that said that. And just like, dude, time is different for you, man. Come on, you can't just a year out of 365 days. Or an hour out of 365 days. Yeah. It's just like, man, that was a hard moment, dude. Jesus Christ, I hated that. Whenever Artemis saying that's not what we're here for, I was like, oh man, we're gonna see that too, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then and then they did show, whenever she's like, don't leave, please, it's not long enough, and
he posed away.
That's not what he did. He actually didn't even do that at all. It was just the thing that.
It was just when he came in.
He doesn't do this though. It's just the little figure that appears. He stands like this.
I just picture people. I still can't get over if other people went under the tree, and then all of a sudden, yeah. Oh, goes right back in.
Or they walk in and they just see that and they just walk around, turn completely around, act like they didn't walk in there at all. Yeah, that was I wasn't expecting to see Dr. Fate in this episode or at all, really. I mean,
same.
But
honestly, of all the people, that was probably the last one I expected.
Yeah, but it was really cool seeing. Well, I'll get to that in a second. But speaking of Dr. Fate, he was reading Halo. He's talking about her being an old soul, or there's an old soul within her. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that's a saying, but I mean, with Dr. Fate, I'm thinking he's saying literally
an old soul.
Yeah, I don't know what. Not sure. Is she supposed to be reincarnated, or did something whenever she came back, did something fly into her and use her as a vessel? I mean, I don't think so. I don't know anything about who this Halo character is, guys. I don't know much about. I haven't read anything on her, so a little in the dark about that. Don't say anything though, because it'd be interesting to find out. But I'm just letting you know why I have no idea what's going on with that character. What do you think that could be?
Heck, I'm thinking sort of the whole fate thing. Maybe she has some being that's keeping her alive, giving her the powers and such.
That'd be interesting. I don't know, because what if that were the case? If it left her, would she die?
No,
I feel we're gonna
unless it needed her for something.
True. I don't know. It's just weird that he said that in the first place. I don't know. Curious. Curious. I don't know how old. What's his name supposed to be? Shoot.
37.
I don't know. He's supposed to be. I know because before we found out he was a clone, he was thought to be Roy's before we found out he was a clone. Uncle. So it's gotta be maybe 30 or close to 40 in his. But yeah, and then we found out Dick's having issues with. He always having issues with working on a team, which is understandable considering what happened with his team. Mm-hmm. We lost Wally, which still sucks.
Yeah, but I hope they cut back to that.
Like they do with Hughes.
Yeah.
In Full Metal. Jim. There you go. I was trying to find his name. I wrote it down between lines. But yeah, Jim. So yeah, he was that they made it out to be he was Roy's uncle.
Yeah.
When season 1, whenever we didn't know that Roy was a clone in the first place.
I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know why it's weird. I mean, it makes sense, but it's I never thought of these about the team having actual jobs, especially Connor. That's weird, especially seeing that I think he's a mechanic. I think it's what he's doing because the way he was saying makes money. So I'm assuming that's his job. But I thought that he was at their house. I don't know. Maybe he does stuff at the house. Was that his house? I wasn't paying attention, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, there
it
was
was?
a sphere there.
True.
I don't think you would just drive that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Who knows?
So,
I would.
It's still interesting because it's not just him; it's Will too. I mean, it makes more sense with Roy, Will, whatever you want to call him, because he's older now and he's retired. Well, semi-retired. I don't know if he's retired, because he put on the costume, no problem. Maybe it's just like he doesn't like his job just to obviously keep bills for his daughter. So
he just tries to keep in shape just so he can fit into the costume, just in case he needs to look cool again.
We're talking about cool again.
I mean,
he's got
right.
a security guard outfit.
Suit, yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
I'd have laughed when he pulled out a bow. The clipboard turns into a bow.
You don't need that. That clipboard was
Right.
nearly indestructible.
You're right. And he did slap it into a brick.
Yeah, and also it was in Brick's mouth, and I figured he would have crushed it with, because Brick's pretty strong. He's a
he is a brick.
Got run over by the freaking 18-wheeler, and it's like, not cool, man.
I like that. That's so funny. It's like, what criminals are gonna rob this place in broad daylight? Cut to them. We gotta rob this place in broad daylight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's funny, because like it's the second I saw the car in the background, I was just. And they said that line in my head. I was about to be like, "You look like we're gonna run." And then they said it, and I was like,
"Ooh boy!"
It instantly made me happy.
Yeah, I bet. Well, yeah, that's all I had written down. Anything you wanted to point out, Austin?
Not at all.
You know what I missed is we didn't get any Beast Boys episode.
It's true.
Greg Sipes. Anyway,
any of that.
Nope. So we got Sadness with Dr. Fate and Zatanna.
That's true. I can't wait till next episode where more people die and I get sadder.
Well, I mean, nobody died that episode.
Well, I know.
We just got sad.
Yeah, I know, but this was like a happy, sad episode, so next one's just gonna be sad.
Just sad. Yeah, we're due
We're
for
sadness. More sadness.
Yeah.
We've only had 3 episodes of sadness, so this.
True. I don't know. That's it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, go on and check out the rest of our content. Go and click the bubble right next to Austin. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to join us on our live Q&As for our live show, go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Link for that will be in the description down below. Hey guys, thank you for joining us this week, and hope to see you next time.
Goodbye.